welcome back to the show. Very exciting today. I love the outfits. I love the background, the guitars. I love Fraser's look. Thanks so much, guys, for being on the show today. Again, on the show today, we have two Canadian heroes and veterans. We have Stephen Beardwood, all the way from Kingston, and we have Fraser Newcombe, all the way from the East Coast. So, guys, thanks for being on the show today. Much appreciated. Let's get started. Fraser, loving the outfit. Tell us about your outfit there.
Oh, thank you. My wife makes my outfits for me, so I just wear them. So we. Anyway,
I love that. So tell us a little bit of history.
I have different outfits for the stage.
Continue.
I don't know what you want to hear. I tell you
no, so tell us a little bit how you mix.
You're breaking up.
I was going to say, tell us how you mix in your outfits with your country music.
Well, it depends where I'm going and what I'm doing. If I'm doing country music, or I'm doing rock and roll, or I'm doing Newfoundland music, or it depends on what I'm doing. I mix it all up. I do gospel too. So this is a country outfit, this one here. But then I'll get my gospel outfit.
Now tell our
and then later on.
Tell our viewers a little bit about your history. Tell our viewers a little bit about your history and whereabouts on the East Coast you're from, and then we'll bring in Stephen in a little bit.
Well, I'm from down the eastern shore, Halifax, east of Halifax a little bit, born and brought up down here in a little village. Probably the population back then was 14. So anyway, so that's back then. But we, my father was working the lumber wood all his life. I started working in the lumber wood, driving a horse at 14. We were brought up the rough and tough way, you might say, work-wise, that is. And we had a good Christian home. There was 9 of us in our family, 6 sisters and 3 brothers, 2 brothers and me. And we loved family. That's how we entertained ourselves. There was no such thing as TV back, but so we just we made our own music. We made our own fun. We done our own thing. We worked hard and we played hard. So I don't know what else I can tell you. So
I love. Now I just want to let
our way of life. Like the kids.
I just want to let our viewers know that we have a little bit of a delay here. So I just want everybody to know a little bit of a delay. I love the way you say you live hard and you play hard. Let's bring in Stephen now. Now Stephen again is calling in from Kingston. So we really appreciate Stephen. Before we get started, if you can just share a little bit about our history and the great things your platform does for veterans, please.
Sure. I would be remiss if I didn't first mention that I feel very underdressed now. So my wife make me some outfits, because I tell you, I can't compete with that.
I'll let you couple.
So yeah. Yeah. Oh, so Jay and I connected almost a year ago now, I guess, eh?
About a year ago, yeah.
We started talking, and just to open the doors for veterans to have an avenue to retrain means so much to a veteran community. So people don't realize that how hard it is to get benefits. You're on a wait list in order to get a referral. Then once you get the referral, you're on the wait list to see if you qualify. Once you qualify, or if you don't qualify, then you're on a wait list to go after an appeal process. So it can take years for veterans to gain access to programs. So to be in a spot where we can take someone's donation and pay it directly into having someone retrained without them having to wait, that gold, right? Because that makes a difference between them paying their bills or possibly not paying their bills and committing suicide or being homeless.
Wow, this is great information. Like, thank you so much for sharing that. So let's take it through a process. So let's take Fraser, for instance. So Fraser is he's in desperate need of some, support as being a veteran. He's not doing too well in life right now. So he decides to go on the web and he finds your website, Stefan. So take us through the process, how somebody would just hopefully get help from you guys or be recognized, or you guys could direct them in the right position, right way, right direction sort of thing.
So we don't work with individuals. We work with organizations, and that's the first distinction I should probably make. Now, I do work with individuals on a one-on-one basis, like any other veteran. If someone reaches out, I'm going to help them. If someone needs help, I'm going to give them the help, especially if it's something I can afford to do, But from the business perspective, we have a vetting process. So we need to know that you can follow through and that you're placing veterans first. You're not just in it for the cash grab, because services paid for by Veterans Affairs can be extensive. So we tend to look at the organization and vet them pretty closely. You've got some great employees, Jay. We've been working with Frank and Katrina and a few others there, Stephanie. They made it easy for us to say, hey, we want to work with the disability channel, because they showed us their integrity right up front. And so within a matter of weeks, we had a contract signed. People that we don't know, we have to get to know first. It's just like, if you were the number one veteran coffee producer, right? I'm going to use Black Rifle. They're not going to let anyone use their name unless they vet them first, because it's so easy for someone using your name to destroy your name, right? So you always have to do that precaution to make sure who you're dealing with is exactly who they say. So that's the vetting process, right? We take our time, we make sure we can get to know you and that you're going to do what you say that you're going to do. And that's our first requirement. Then after that, it's how can we help? What can we do to make you a success? What information do you need? Do you need help in developing a board? Do you need help in developing resources? How can you qualify to go after donations? And we can write receipts on your behalf. But you need to understand the process in order for that to work.
Now, as far as I understand, I believe there's a big contingency of veterans out on the East Coast. And I bet you Fraser could confirm that, because, I've done my research and I know for some reason East Coasters and military veterans is just like a great fit. So hopefully by explaining what you do on your platform, Stefan, maybe Fraser, because I know he probably knows everybody around the world, could reach out to organizations on the East Coast, and we can help as many, connect with as many veteran organizations and individuals as possible.
Yeah. So Veterans for Healing is a veteran-run organization. Once again, it was initiated by Fabian Henry. He just retired from our board because he's taken on so much on this. His business is funding offices for veterans to go to for resources. So he's helping veterans get pensions. He's helping them get off of prescription drugs that they're committing suicide on. He's helping them find alternative solutions. And one of the things that is being funded through Veterans for Healing is a wellness camp. So this August, the last week of August, there will be a wellness camp in Inverness, Nova Scotia. That's up in Cape Breton. The offices for Veterans for Healing are out of Sydney, Nova Scotia. And definitely it's something for that if you're on the East Coast to check out. It's only a matter of time before we start rolling it across the country with any luck, but it needs to be developed properly. Once again, you can't just roll things out without having the resources in place. So we have to be able to hire the doctors. We have to be able to find the office positions, and where would that next office be, and that kind of stuff.
That's great. I love that stuff. And I'd love to throw the baton back to Fraser and just get a couple of thoughts. What are you thinking, Fraser, of after hearing what Stefan says his platform does for people, for veterans? Any thoughts, Fraser?
Oh, you're breaking up, and it's coming in a note. There's that place in Cape Breton. I haven't been there yet, but I plan to go and visit it. And I did hear a lot about it, and they are helped a lot of veterans, because apparently there's a compensation that can be made to veterans. That's, I know I've got some, and I've talked to different guys that has been in this service, and I've helped them get their remuneration too. And I've got a couple of guys. Naturally, he's working on it right now. He didn't know nothing about it, and so that happened to several people. I'm just starting to get my feet in that department, so I'm going to help all I can and do what I can, because there is some young men that's getting out of the service that really need help, and I know a couple of them already, and they need help. Go ahead.
I know you'd be a wealth of resources, Fraser. What I'm looking at right now, I would love to get, now I don't want to insult anybody, but I believe we have a couple different generations on camera here, right? A couple of different generations. I would love to get a younger generation, like Josh's generation, Stefan.
Are you calling me old?
No, I'm not calling anybody old. I'm probably older than both of you. But I would love to get like a 20, 30-year-old generation to join us too. And I think Josh is pretty much in that category, is he not, Stefan?
Yeah, definitely. Probably half my age, twice my energy, 5 times my knowledge when it comes to cannabis and
would be the
in production. So.
Can you hear us, Fraser? Okay. He's frozen up right now, but I think we're okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break? And when we come back, we're going to talk how you guys have combined music with your service. I think that's very important. So stay tuned. You're watching Veterans Corner. On the show today, we have 2 military heroes. We have Stefan Beardwood and we have Fraser Newcombe. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Veterans Corner.